Hello, my name's Andrew Talbot, and welcome to our webinar on the future of personalised products. What are we going to cover today? Well, I'm going to take you on a whistle-stop tour of some great examples of personalised products. I'll have to move at pace because there's so many examples, but there's plenty of opportunity to view stuff after the webinar, and I'm hoping to give you a good overview of the factors that are influencing the market, what's possible, latest sales tips and trends, what were the best-selling products of this year, what we think the best-selling products of next year are going to be, and the importance of blank products and global supply chain. Okay, so it's still a growing market. With e-commerce sales starting to slow down in some sectors, it's exciting to see personalised products still growing strongly. According to a report from Technovario last year, we're seeing a 10% year-on-year growth for the next 5 years. So it is something all e-commerce retailers should be interested in. So what's driving the growth of personalised products? And we'll kind of show you plenty of examples over the coming webinar. One of the main things, to be honest, is more products available. Better printing technology means there's a much wider range of products, and the products are getting better and better quality. There's a huge social and cultural influence with green factors, the fact we're taking more photos, awareness. So there's many social and cultural issues that are driving. And also now, because the market's becoming slightly more mature, there's some really creative uses of personalisation. And my product stroke site of the year, I think, is a great example of this, which I'll show you in a minute. And I guess the bit that we're most invested in ourselves is technology. We're driving hard to make sure the tools are available to everyone in the market. It's an interesting dilemma, really. We're making the tools to do personalisation available to everyone. But it's like any good tools. If a carpenter has good tools, it doesn't necessarily mean they make good furniture. So we've got great tools. It's up to you guys listening to deliver great personalisation. But hopefully we can help a bit. So my product of the year is yappy.com. I just think it's a brilliant use of personalisation. And I'm sure it will be one of the big trends of next year. We've already got lots of people harnessing our tech to create, not the same, because I think they've done it very well, but using the concept that they've put into the thing. So what Yappy does is you kind of choose your dog breed, you choose a picture of your dog and you give the name of your dog, and then it creates more than one product. So it creates a whole range of products for Bobby the Lurcher. I won't demonstrate it now because I could spend ages on it, but if you're into personalisation, it's a great site to look at. So congratulations, team at Yappy. You're my product of the year. And how can we enable scenarios like Yappy? Yappy isn't built in our tech, but our tech can obviously help people create examples. What we've got is thousands of blank products that people can add their own design to. And we've got the technology so you can capture personalisation and then push it out to as many different blank products as you want. So I imagine the Yappy development was not millions, but tens of thousands of pounds. And obviously jobs of platforms like ours is to enable that much more cost effectively. So what we've done is gone out around the world, got loads of people to set up blank products. So then the creative community can add their own elements to it. And there's plenty of people now designing great blank products. So blank products are the key to everything, really, because if you've got blank products, it's so easy to roll out new personalized designs. The green push is big in all industries, but we think it will be particularly strong in the personalized product industry. So I'm using a reusable coffee cup example. That was a blank product example where people can obviously add their text and colors onto the blank product and upload their own images. But I think the example here 3D, this particular example, but it was taking a reusable coffee cup and in this case adding a license onto it. So I just type in, but it's not the fact that this is personalized that's the real driver here. It's the fact that it's a very on-trend product. You know, giving it shows thought. You know, in the coffee cup you can even save money. And you've all seen these bottles, and I guess the thing I would use on these is they're almost on every desk in your workplace now. So anybody selling personalised should have these type of products. It's been dominated by mugs for the last decade that it's been going. But nowadays, if I walk around an office, this is the sort of thing I see on the shelves. So the chili bottle certainly, and that's a brand, isn't it? So it's not called a chili bottle, but the equivalent has been a big product for this year. I think it will continue to be for next year, and so will the reusable coffee cup. Cross-selling, I think, is going to become a bigger and bigger thing. This is one of the top-selling products on a popular retailer site. But I think what's clever about this, without having anything particularly snazzy on the site, it's obviously got a nice, clear personalization engine where I can go on and add my preview. But because they're called family pajamas, it's promoting people to buy more than one. So I think it's a very clever use of personalization and design. And I said I would move at speed, but we will be recording this. So if anybody wants to watch it back or share it with colleagues later, if you have registered, which you will have done to be watching this, you will be able to download the recording. Now, seasonal products are massively on the increase. Now, it's time of year at the moment. It's Christmas, and obviously Christmas, there are hundreds of products. It's not just about Christmas. It's personalised eggs at Easter. It's masks at Halloween, cards, chocolates and flowers at Valentine's. And I'm a big fan of these guys, Handmade Christmas, just because they innovate. You know, they were one of the first people out with the sacks and the stockings, but they've now moved on to baubles, Christmas Eve boxes, gift wrap, crackers, trees, decorations. And one of my favourite ones that they've done this year is actually the cracker. I think the cracker is a really good, innovative product that is going to sell, is selling very well this Christmas and will continue to sell well in time to come. So the cracker, I think, is a particularly strong product, but just look at all the other ones that they do on there. I know last year the bauble was one that I thought was particularly good, with the different font styles and the fact you can choose glitter and non-glitter. And it's using a nice preview on our system. So don't forget the seasonal stuff. It is important, and it isn't just Christmas. Design your own fashion is going to get bigger and bigger. I don't think anybody or many people realise now we can do orders of one, and it's the cut and sew technology that has sort of pushed that out there. So if I use an example there now, so that's been made mobile friendly as well. When I choose customize, I can have my own patterns that I upload to the leggings, or as you can see there, I can upload my own images. So it's really easy for people to create their own fashion. And the modern cut and sew technology means now you can roll that out onto a whole wide range of products, even multiple products at once if you use the Yappy style example. So we're confident that that is going to become a big seller next year. And the beauty of platforms like ours is once you've embedded our technology in your system, any of these products I'm showing you on today's webinar, you can put live. You don't need extra development work. This is a favourite one of mine too, bundles and subscriptions. So the idea is you put the personalisation in once. So let's use the example here. And it personalises multiple products at once. So it has several advantages, obviously increasing the average sale value. It is kind of providing something a fan really wants. And I think a clever evolution of that, which we've just been working on, is you can actually sell these at subscription too. So you could put the personalisation in once, and then you could send somebody a product each month that's personalised, and our platform can manage all of that out of the box now. So bundles and subscriptions, innovative use of personalisation. Books, I think you will have all seen personalised books, but they are incredibly popular. There's all sorts available now, and I think calendars are quite fun too. And again, personalise it once on the front, Andrew's official calendar, and then I can flick through the different pages and see the different examples of where Andrew's used, and even add different dates. So again, just a slightly more innovative use of the personalisation. I'm loving iconic brands. This is going to be a hot one this Christmas that we've helped push out. It was driven originally by brands like Coke, Nutella, Toblerone, and they've become popular. The Marmite one is another big one, I think, this Christmas. And Intervino have launched both Marmite and the personalised tin. They've done a nice job with putting lifestyle images behind them. And it's things like this that people like brands, and they've crossed over very, very well into personalisation. So do recommend featuring those on your site. Personalised art. This is a fun one. Obviously, we're quite involved in the football industry with quite a few different products, but this is quite nice where you can sort of create your own art. So I can change the background to morning or evening. This is our new Step Tap. I can say what colour hair I want for the child, what colour hair we want for the child's skin tone. That's the colour hair we want. What skin tone we want. Adult hair. So it kind of just makes it easy to use. This one needs a bit. And now even then putting in the name. So you've actually built some art that's got all the core elements designed and meant by the artist, but you've generated something that's genuinely personal. So I think this kind of thing has been very popular on sites like Etsy and not on the high street. And to be able to then do it in a preview, which you can't do on those sites, we think will be a really strong trend for next year. And these are already selling very well. Licensors have been, to a certain extent, a little bit nervous of personalised products because, I guess people could abuse the brand. But the great thing now about this example that's put together, it kind of lets somebody build something with the brand that's very personal. So, if my favourite colour is purple, I can choose purple as a background. If my name's Edward, I can pick E for my cushion. And if I don't like the hearts, because they don't visit me, I can choose fingers. So I can allow someone to build a personalised but controlled experience for my brand. So these products that have been done this way are selling very strongly. And we think that is a trend as the licensors get to understand they can exploit personalisation without risking their brand integrity. We think that will continue to be huge next year too. I like this one. A company called DPS have created these XL greetings cards. So what they've done is taken something which is relatively low value and quite well done, a greetings card, and they've turned them into giant greetings cards, which is higher value and just innovative. So I think that's a really good example of a product that's done well that, most of the card manufacturers are starting to adopt now because it's increasing sales. Another one of my favourite companies in terms of innovation are IDT or Who's On Your Case. They're very strong in the phone case market, but here's two products that they've created this year. One that's already starting to sell and one that I'm pretty convinced will be one of next year's big sellers. So the charger, they've kind of created a charger that looks like a bit of desk art. So it's attractive, does a job, and sits on a desk. So it kind of replaces almost that photo frame on your desk, but giving you a practical application too. And the Clicket is their more innovative version of the pop socket. So you can see here there's a large branding area which people are going to be able to personalise. That affixes to the back of the mobile phone, lets you hold it easier, gives you a stand. And I think it will be the big selling mobile accessory of next year. And if you're not into cases and things like that, they are one of the top personalised products that you really should have on, because think how often everybody changes their phone. Because we talked about blank products earlier, this one's a good one. Not my favourite television programme, but there was a phrase apparently on Love Island, "It is what it is." And ultimately, it's a great example of using our tools. This product was conceived and published within days, after something was said on the programme. So Slogans Own Designs. So retailers now, you can be creative. You don't have to be stuck with the designs other people are selling from your suppliers. We can provide you with the blanks. We can provide you with the print network. You can create your own things. So most retailers have got people with design talent in there. So create your own products that can go onto your site instantly. This is one I think that's quite strong. Not the one I wanted. Too many examples for you. But mobile usage is continuing to grow. So although technology is getting cleverer and cleverer, and we can produce more and more, amazing customization experiences, in many cases, the trend now is to simplify. I don't know if you saw that example I was using just now for the personalized art. If we click back onto that one, where it was going next, previous. This was because this particular app was designed to be mobile first. And when that gets smaller, I think I can demonstrate for you on the screen there, it drops to the bottom and becomes a previous next mobile experience. So designing for mobile has become one of our big trends for the year. And we've now got 4 or 5 different apps that are mobile first, including ones where you don't have to preview. You can just capture the personalization and we make the artwork in the back end. There are some actually that won't work on mobile, but then when someone goes on a mobile, we say, we recommend you going onto the desktop because there's so many complex areas. But it's something we're thinking about and you need to think about on your site. It's also not just about licensed content for the brands. Llamas and unicorns have been a massive trend this year in 2019. For those of you listening from the US, monograms continue to be really strong in the US and are coming forward. In the UK, the keep calm thing seems to go on forever, and there'll be a new example, keep calm, and you can create that into your own designs. And hashtags. Hashtags are a huge thing. So again, with the blanks and with our virtual product warehouse, which we'll talk about at the end of the show, lots of llamas and unicorn products on there because we know they'll sell. Kids like them. Llamas, unicorns, fairies have all got longevity. This is kind of like the personalised art example that we saw, but it's very, very popular on the Etsy type platforms. And this was one done by one of our German customers, which I think is just a really nice example where you can choose the style here. You've got letters down here, so you can choose sort of a stylized name or a stylized letter rather than the traditional font. You can select your favorite color for that font. You can then add your own text. So something quite simple, just a stylized letter. You can change the frame on a nice lifestyle background. Makes quite a nice piece of wall art, etc. So I did tell you it'd be breakneck speed. This is one of my favourite ideas, is the gamification of the personalisation process. So in this particular example, I can upload my image source from anywhere to a 2D image, go through the process, and when I get to here, I've got the option to run it as a 3D preview. So that then lets people kind of explore their item a bit more. So there's definitely a fun factor in uploading my image and then, kind of playing and seeing how that looks, but giving ourselves the practicality of designing there. So on a mobile, we don't have to. But again, mobile, the 3D works particularly well because you can drag it around with your finger. But the point on this slide wasn't just the gamification. It's also promoting, and these guys, Skinner, are one of the big people in the States, but the skin is a product that's got real legs. It's a self-adhesive thing, and we can now see it moving into home decor. Light switches. I was on holiday in Spain this year, and the home appliance, the fridge in the apartment, was wrapped, with the skin. So a skin is something they're high margin. Lots of people can produce them. Obviously, you need the right cut, which is why people like Skinit do well. This particular example was a gaming console. The original market was phones. But they can stretch into all sorts of different product types and have a bit of fun. These guys, Blue Crate, have come along and they've sort of shaken up, I think, sort of person. It might not be everybody's cup of tea, but they're selling really well, and they're one of the hot products for this year. Create your own doll and add a face on it. They call it the Mush Cush, where you put someone's face on a cushion. And obviously with our tools, you can upload onto the Mush Cush, and you can sort of upload from obviously different places. You can modify your image. And it's just a really even innovative use of something that's been around for a while, photo GIFs, and taking the technology. Those of you, I don't know how many of you have bought personalised socks this year, but certainly personalised socks is one of the hot products of 2019. The Mush Cush is selling well now, and I imagine what Blue Crate have got to offer, there'll be a few more for next year. And other product types are possible too. We haven't got time to demonstrate everything, but with our tech, we've managed to move into spaces like made to measure, design your own wallpaper, create your own fabrics. All of these are high value products that people want. And as they discover what they can create more and more, this type of product will continue to expand. It's certainly moving online from the traditional telesales / salesman visiting your house markets. I've mentioned photo upload. Lots happening in that. It's 40% of the personalised gift market. Hundreds of blanks or thousands of blanks available, as we've already discussed. So all of these blanks can be photo upload products. Standard tech, push it onto the website. And the one I'm excited about for next year is artificial intelligence. So you upload 100 photos and the system will come back saying, well, this is the nicest one. These ones were all taken together, so I'm going to group them on one page. So it's perfect for the mobile experience. Upload 30 photos, and instead of spending hours creating your photo book, artificial intelligence will create it for you. So I believe that will be a hot trend of next year, along with the user-generated content. So sites like Cafe Press, Zazzle, Redbubble allow artists to upload their products onto hundreds of products at once. Again, I guess that's where probably the Yappy model came from, looking at sites like this and saying, how can I evolve it? Well, one of the good things about with our tech now, any site can become a user-generated content portal. So it's something that could be looked at for next year and is a big trend. And I've managed to fit this into a fairly tight time frame. So a little bit longer than our standard webinars of 15 minutes, but we're to the end now, and hopefully that's given you some ideas and some insights into the market and how it's working. But what is the number one personalized product? It's not personalized. It's actually print on demand. And why is print on demand so popular? Well, Amazon are now the largest t-shirt printer in the world, and the majority of t-shirts they print are printed on demand. And it's because you get unlimited choice. Ultimately, you can have hundreds of thousands of t-shirts as you have on Amazon, and you can change them all the time. You're never stuck with wasted stock. Just like the Love Island example earlier, you can have a fast response to new trends. We can have an idea today and have it out tomorrow. It's green, really, because, the T-shirt market, people have been printing their T-shirts in overseas locations to get the price down for cheaper labour. But obviously, when everything's so automated, there is no advantage in labour. And the transport costs of delivering one obviously make the overseas markets less competitive. So you end up with greener production. So it's not all about the user-driven personalisation. It can be about the retailer or the website's personalisation of things too and ideas. So if you would like to find out more, there's probably 3 good resources here, and we're always happy to hear from you. Just visit custom-gateway.com and all our contact details are there. But we've also created a demo website called productpersonalizationapps.com, which some of these links I've shown you, or all of these links I've shown you, are on that website where you can go and take a look. If you scroll to the bottom of our website, you'll find the white paper and ebook link. So if you want to take a more in-depth look at the theory behind some of these things, please do visit and have a look. And if you want product and you think, wow, there's so much opportunity here, go and visit our virtualproductwarehouse.com, because we have got tens, if not hundreds of thousands of products there you can download from suppliers and designers and use today. Thank you for listening. Hopefully you're as excited as me now about the future of personalised products and where things are going.